All right, y'all. You know what? When I'm doing my hair, is an excellent time for me to come on here and just talk and vlog because I still have like a little over half of my head to finish. And honestly, I'm about ready to shut the hair salon down and just finish this in the morning, is honestly what I'm thinking about doing. And I actually kind of messed up a little bit. I'm gonna try to do the best that I can to camouflage my real hair. But I should have done the flat French braids instead of doing the individual braids. But it's too late now. I'm not gonna change it. It's just a temporary style anyway. So I'm just on here vlogging. And I felt like this would be a good time to come and talk to you all about the danger warning, warning, warning. Hold on, let me take it. That it is very tempting to get angry at your family member. And you see people do it all the time, typically with famous people. You know, you see Black China's mom chasing her clout and stuff like that. It's really, really sad. Like, Black China is such a goddess, in my opinion. She really is. You know what I'm saying? She has shown so much grace, in spite of the foolery of her mother. But I wanted to talk to y'all about this. Even if you did not have the best relationship with your family member, you need to beware that if anybody from the internet contacts you about a family member, cut them off at the head. In fact, say, "Up, I'm not talking to you. I'm going to report this phone call to the police as harassment." Because please understand that if you get contacted by anybody about your family member, it could possibly lead to gang stalking for years. My poor mama made that mistake years ago. When people think, when desperate people, when dumb people, when evil people think that they got something on you, they have a tendency to latch on and they never want to let it go. Okay, those people ain't your friend. I'm actually just now finding out, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not even playing around with that black sector. I ain't never been playing with them people, y'all. Let me put on my thingy. I ain't never been playing around with them people. And y'all do know and are aware that in the years leading up to my mother passing away, I unfortunately had not spoken to my mother in years. Come to find out, black sector was calling and harassing my mother. I didn't even know. I had absolutely no idea that that was happening. Had I known, I would have done something about it. Message from the ancestors. Do not, and I repeat, do not ever, 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 ever speak to strange people from the internet about your family members, especially if it's your child. Ancestors are saying don't ever do it, okay? Especially if it's about your child. You never know who you're talking to. You never know. First of all, you got to ask yourself this question. What type of person and for what reason would they feel the need to be contacting family members? And if that person contacts you, please believe that there is a very huge chance that that person has malice in mind, and they'll pretend to be a friend, all the while they're thinking about how stupid you are. Don't disrespect your family name by doing shit like that. May not even think it's that big of a deal. It is a very, very, very big deal. And if people are contacting you at all to talk to you about your family, that they've got some really bad things planned, and more than likely, they can be a very manipulative person. You know what I mean? And, you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. All these people walking around here ain't real people. It's a fact. All of them ain't real people. It's not. It's people that are otherworldly type of beings. And the only thing that connects you to those people possibly is the internet. Now, do we have to go as far as to say, oh my God, social media, it's so bad? No, no. You just, like, think about how weird that is. Think about how weird that is. Think about it. You have a family member that's in social media, and you got this weirdo contacting you about that person. Don't ever do that. Okay? The ancestors are saying don't do it. Your ancestors will whoop your ass for doing stuff like that. Okay? You got to be smart about it. You never know what you're inviting in to the family. You never know what kind of trouble, what kind of energies you're connecting with. You never know. Okay? Stop doing that. Even if you don't like your family, it's still important to be loyal to your family. It is. It's very important to be loyal to your family. Especially, that's a test. I feel like it's a test. Okay? And it's almost like signing a deal with the devil. From the moment of contact. I know that for me, anybody contact me about my kids, they gonna get cussed the fuck out, and I'm gonna hang up on them and then curse them. That's a fact. But there are some people that are sensitive. You know, everybody makes mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And don't let nobody turn you against your family either. That's your family. Ain't no cotton picking fucking person on the goddamn internet can replace your family. There's some real sick people out here in this world, y'all. Well, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna go through all of these braids that I've done so far, and I am going to do a twist to make sure that my hair is covered. That's how I can fix that little problem. Twist it a little bit. I thought this hair was a little bit more textured than what it actually is, but that's okay. I'm gonna do that right now. But now I done got a knot in one of these. That sucks. You just never know what you're inviting into your family. And trust and believe, a lot of y'all already got enough fucking problems. You don't need that kind of shit. Don't do it. Okay. I never forget when my mother's house sold at auction. Um, there was a lady that was calling about the surplus funds. Now, I'm not saying that those are not reputable companies. It depends on what the terms are. I personally would not believe in giving a check to a complete stranger. I don't give a shit if it's an attorney. That's why I ended up in court over mine. And the courts basically disperse the funds directly to me. So, but I never forget at the time that the lady was calling, she was contacting everybody in my family, right? And the way she got my number was somebody gave her my number. If I hadn't never talked to that lady, think about how much my life, things would have been easier on me. I'm not blaming my family for giving her my number. You know what I'm saying? She obtained my number, contacted me. I was very, very vulnerable at the time. I didn't even know anything about surplus funds. And it was a very bad experience because the lady promised me that she could have the money. Think she promised me she could have the money to me in a couple of weeks, and that's not what happened. It ended up taking a year because she started this whole lawsuit thing because she was a narcissist. This lady was insane, absolutely insane person, you know. Well, anyway, that's one example. Think about it when it comes to surplus funds. People, guess what they're doing? They're literally looking at your family's real estate. They're looking at a list of foreclosed homes and, working with attorneys to take as much of your money as possible. But then again, there could be sick trolls and stalkers. You have to be very careful. A lot of people try to judge me about the path that I ended up taking spiritually. And those people don't have the right to judge because there were certain things that began happening to me and my innocent children because of bad decisions that was made by other people. And those bad decisions by those other people led to our lives being in danger, our livelihood, you know. It's a fact. I had no choice, no choice at all. And if I had to go back and do it again, I'd do it the same exact way. You know, people say, "Oh, well, just be a Christian and go to Jesus." You know, Jesus said you gonna have to go to the underworld and get some help. That's what Jesus suggested that I do. Because in reality, why would my children be getting threatened? Think about it. So sometimes you just don't have a choice but to do things, and that's your path. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no choice. I said, my goodness, it was weird. People threatening and attacking my little 1 year old. By the way, guys, I've got the cutest video footage of him from when he was 1, my Jacob. And he's so adorable. And he's about probably like maybe 1.5 years old. I might share it with you guys, and you can clearly see in the video that he's talking, communicating, very intelligent, nothing wrong with him. Yet I ended up being sieged, harassed, stalked by child predators on the internet. Funny how the very same people that my mother made the mistake and connected with, all of them were child predators. Isn't that something? My mother wouldn't have done nothing like that on purpose. So that's why my mother is forgiven. She didn't mean to make that mistake. Nobody will ever convince me of that. They'd have to produce some kind of diehard proof that my mother said, "Hey, I know that you're a child predator. Go after my grandchildren and attack them." Nah, not Cherie Briscoe. She would have never done that. But it's just the point that people like that will latch on. Be very careful out here. One thing about me is when I'm talking to my clients about their family, there's got to be a certain level of respect. And I'm going to tell y'all, some of these entities out there, they want to drive a wedge with your family. But you know, it's a lot of times it's for money. You know what I'm saying? It's for trinkets. I'm not surprised that my family fell under attack. I mean, look at my grandmother, very successful. Look at my mother, very successful. And so it doesn't surprise me. But the question is, what do you do about it when your family is under attack like that? And, you know, the people like that, they're after real estate. That, you know, you never know. You may run into somebody that's doing a romance scam. Somebody that could be profiling your family, you know, and following you around, and then you meet this person, you know what I'm saying, and they ain't no damn good. They there to take from you, you know what I'm saying. That's why I was saying be careful. Um, you know, when dealing with stuff like that. I'm so lucky. I am. I'm lucky. I told y'all that I created my spiritual husband. He bought just the perfect person for me. Real quick, too. He didn't waste no time. Hmm. And, you know, that person that your spiritual husband brings to you is going to be very, very well protected. Okay? It's people out here, that's all they know how to do is scheme and scam and be full of shit. It's literally like it's a whole bunch of them, too. It's like a damn Lifetime movie. It's really weird. especially if you're somebody that's in social media. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful with that. People like that will try to run all through your family. You thought you had generational curses before. Now you're dealing with stalkers. Now you're dealing with demons and entities that you don't really know how to deal with. You know what I'm saying? You can't say you don't care. You have to care. Because your ancestors going to make you care. They're going to force you to give a damn. You better care. You better care about hey, they will place your whole, these are private citizens, will place your whole family under some kind of weird surveillance. Okay? And they doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I think I'm going to finish the rest of this in the morning. And you don't have to talk to those people. You don't have to be afraid of those people. But see, a lot of people are afraid because they really don't have the protection that they think that they have. You got to have protection that is going to defy the laws of fucking physics when you're dealing with these people out here. Okay. You gotta have the best. You gotta have the darkest of the darkest because you're dealing with evil forces that ain't got nothing to do with the motherfucking Goesha. People are confused about that. People are very confused about that. I'm talking about entities that your human life really literally means nothing to them. I'm talking about entities that eat people. I'm talking about entities that are out for blood. Okay. And yeah, you do have the power, you do have the right to protect yourself. You know, they try to make you feel like, oh, it's nothing you can do about it, and I'm this and I'm that. All of those people can catch your spiritual hands. That's a fucking fact. What are you doing targeting my family? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, weirdo? That's a fact. That's a, you know, that's a disgrace. You know, in this day and age, everybody's so scared, everybody's so quick to jump and pop off to the point where, you know what I'm saying, you going in on your folks or whatever. It's a lot of videos out there. Oh, your family members are doing you dirty. Your family members are doing you dirty. Hey, let me tell you something. Those are predators trying to prey. Or now, I'm not denying that some of y'all come from bad blood. I'm not denying that. And there's a way to deal with that and still flourish in this world, you know. But a lot of times your family members be under possession. They can be placed under possession. They can be placed under suggestion. They can be put under somebody's influence just because they're vulnerable. Think about how freaking and I'm actually a person that is usually very aware, but when it comes to your family, like that day that my mother's house sold at auction, I was extremely emotional that day. extremely vulnerable to this predatory person. If I could go back to do it if I could go back and do it over again, I would have hung up in that lady's face. I would have just been like, "No, thank you, bye. I'll thank you for letting me know about the surplus funds. Goodbye." People like that have spirits in them to bypass your protection. It was a mistake. It was, I learned my lesson. hmm You got a family of people that, everybody in your family done owned a home and all of that stuff. And, it's people out there that are doing the most. Be careful with that. You do not understand what can be out here on the internet. It could be somebody talking to you from another damn galaxy. You never know. Anything is possible. We don't know exactly who or what we could possibly be communicating with. Okay? Be careful with that. I'm trying to get this to go through there. And some of my braids are a little chunky and they don't want to go through. I think I'm just going to do it like this. Let me see if this works. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, be careful with that. And next thing you know, you be having to, cleanse and clear your whole family. And most people don't know how to deal with that. A lot of people don't know how to deal with that. And I'm going to tell you, some people that do know how to deal with that, we are stretched to the max. We are tired. Been through a lot. Been through a lot. Ancestors is screaming from the other side. And they're saying, do something, help save the family, especially your grandmothers, your mothers. They like, please just make this right. We got to make this right. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of people running around here. They real confused, especially when it comes to your family members that really ain't done nothing to you, right? And if it's a family member that did you dirty, a family member that may have, sexually assaulted you or, beat you up or something or did something to you. But, a lot of the times they ain't really done nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? If you do come from a family where some stuff like that went down, that's sad. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of, was it one of those rappers or somebody? Who was that? I just saw it on the DL Whisperers channel. One of them rappers or something. I cannot think of his name. Was saying that he got sexually assaulted by his cousin or whatever when he was a child. You know, got a lot of indecent people in this world. People that are just not good people. And don't be naive. Don't be complacent, thinking that those people are just after one person. The ancestors are urging you to not just be focused or concerned on a few people, but they want you to be of assistance to everybody. In particular, if you are the one that opened up the family, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Some strange person coming up in your inbox and you need somebody to talk to. Well, you know what? If you need somebody to talk to, come to somebody that's trusted like myself, or either talk to God. What's wrong with you talking to God? Are you talking to this snaky, like slithering person that you really can't trust when it comes to your family? You know what I'm saying? You can't trust them. Next thing you know, everything that your ancestors work for, you're losing it. You're losing everything that your ancestors work for. That ain't right. They got rituals where they can trap your ancestors and stuff, because they after your family jewels. Okay, they are after your family jewels, and that ain't just money. It's energy. It's familiars. They, a lot of religious people are always talking about familiar spirits, but those familiars are going to be the ones to help you fight that spiritual war, the ones that serve you, straight up and down. You have to listen. You have to be very careful whenever you are getting help and assistance if you come from a bad family, too. Be very careful with that. Because if a person knows that you're vulnerable, sometimes people that know that you're vulnerable will try to take advantage of you. And I'm not talking about financially. For me, if I'm helping you or assisting you with a spiritual problem, I have to charge you for it. I'm sorry, that's how I earn my keep, right? But you don't want to do that. You want to be very, very careful. Don't make no deals. Don't make no agreements with them. I know my mother was shocked. She had spoken to some of these people out here in social media, and then they flipped on her. They turned on her, started stalking my mother. See what I'm saying? And don't want to let go. My daughter kept getting some friend requests from some dude. I can tell by the eyes who it is. Some dude wearing a pig face, sending my daughter friend requests on Instagram. I can tell by the eyes who it is. And you probably watching right now. You're sick people. Probably not even people. We have other types of beings walking around here. Okay? That are walking this earth. That's just weird. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. That shit's gonna stop. hmm Just strange, odd, off-putting behavior that you ain't never seen before in your life. What the hell is wrong with these people? And you know something is wrong with a person when they don't even know you, ain't even never met you, but yet for 10, 12, even for a year, somebody talking about you for a year, this person don't even know you. There's something wrong with that person. Something ain't right with that person. Something is not right with that individual. Somebody that's talking about, like, think about it. That, they've attempted to normalize it, but they never will. God won't let them. But think about how ridiculous that is, for somebody to literally latch on to you for years and years and years from social media. Think about how weird that is. That's weird. That's weird. And can't nobody force you to have a connection with them that you don't want. And you can't tell me some of these people that y'all have seen in the way that they do is not the strangest shit you've ever seen in your damn life. And they try to call it spirituality. They try to act like they doing something spiritual. Oh God. It's very scary when you think about it. Divulge your personal information to people. You know. hmm Let's be careful with that, y'all. I feel like somebody needed to hear this. And just think about it. When you a grown person, everybody in your family grown, your siblings are grown. What's the problem? What's the issue? Everybody's supposed to be living their life. What's the issue? Why is everybody in your family not living their life? You need to figure out what entity is roaming through your family that's causing that kind of disease in your family. And you have to figure it out. You cannot ignore it. You can't sit up there and say, oh, well, my family is just messed up and they just messed up. You know what? It's you gonna taint your bloodline is what you're gonna do. That's how you curse your bloodline. You're gonna curse your bloodline by doing that. They're gonna curse your bloodline by doing that. Okay. Some strange person from the internet contacts you, your first reaction should be like, hey, I don't know you, goodbye. I don't know you, goodbye. Don't contact me anymore. Because the longer you talk to them privately, I mean, hell, you can have one conversation with them and they'll still be contacting you 13, 10 years later. They'll still be harassing you. This is something wrong with a person like that. What's wrong with them? Are they human? What could possibly be the issue? They looking for something. They want something. And you know what? I meant to get those readings up, but I was doing my hair. I thought I was not going to be able to do it until tomorrow, but my extensions got here early today. So I'll get those readings uploaded tomorrow. I'm gonna be done with this by the afternoon. hmm So make sure y'all follow me on TikTok. If I might have the time tomorrow to upload them up on this channel, but they blacklisted my channel by falsely flagging it. Basically what happens when your channel gets blacklisted. Pretty much a bulk of your subscribers, if not all of them, cannot see when you upload and they don't get any notifications. basically, is what happens. And YouTube knows that. And, I don't know if it's something that they either don't fix on purpose. Um, you know what I'm saying? It might be something that they just don't fix on purpose because, of course, there's certain agendas that they want you to be following in social media if you're talking about spirituality at all. And see, since I'm not on that agenda, they want to crucify me like they did Jesus. That's one of the reasons why Jesus Christ was crucified, because he refused to do what people told him to do. He's like, hey, I'm a free agent. I'm not. What are you talking about? And I believe that that's why they crucified him. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? That was 2,000 years ago. Another lifetime. Anywho, that's pretty much it, y'all. I think I'm gonna come to a stopping point. And oh God, I got like, the back of your head where it's like a wide space. I got that whole back of my head to do, but I am tired. So I'm gonna come to a stopping point and just finish this in the morning. It'll get done tomorrow. I hope that this helps some of you guys. Some of y'all are the center point of the spiritual warfare that's happening to your bloodline. And it's a lot of burden. It's a lot. But you just have to make sure you're protecting yourself. You have to do the work. Otherwise, they're going to destroy your bloodline. They're going to destroy your whole family. And there will be, the future generations will be jacked up completely. It's almost like a reversion or regression. Everything that they strive for and work towards, and it is being pretty much taken, stolen. You got to be careful when it comes to real estate. There are some people that if you own your home, they're looking at your home. And even though there's 3 or 4 homes down the street that are available, they want your home. And these people will try to throw death and sickness magic at you so that you can die, so that they can somehow take your property. They just want to take it and, make more money off of it. It's actually a huge, big ass real estate scheme that is spiritual, where they are using spiritual work. That's a fact. My mother owned several houses before she passed on, right? My mother was a homeowner. Well, let me think. Not several. One, two, three. She owned 4 houses. Okay. Her last house was her biggest home. Believe it or not, that can make you a target. And it ain't just black folk. People are always saying, well, black folk. No. I I see wild shit happening a lot. And in some of those cases, it can be explained by just normal human erroneous ass behavior. But sometimes I can see the spiritual attacks that are behind that. That is like literally what's at the hub of that: jealousy, envy, hate, just plain evil. Okay. So you have to be careful, especially if you're in social media, even if you barely post in social media, even if you just have a photograph of yourself up on Facebook. God damn it, be careful, because it is weird ass people out here in this world. And you don't want to be responsible for a mess that somebody else has to clean up. And then also, when it comes to the spiritual stuff, if you have somebody in your family that knows about what's happening, the attacks that are coming to your family, listen to them. Quit discounting them and saying, oh, well, Jesus. No, you need to know what is happening. You need to know the details. You need to know. Stop being gullible. Because if nobody is aware and if your family is not on the same page, this is what makes you vulnerable. And you can sit up here and say, oh, well, I'm in like Flynn with the bad people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with them. I'm cool like that. No, if you are not, and you need to be loyal to your family, because that's all you got is your family and maybe your lover or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I got a lover, I got a man. I'm just in love with him. But that's all you got is your family. Stop doing that. Wake up. Quit competing against your family. Quit doing stuff like that. This is a message straight from the ancestors. Oh, you watched that last video that I did, Stefan? I've been over here doing my hair, Stefan, and like I done came to a stopping point. I'm gonna finish the rest of it in the morning. I will see you guys later. Okay. Stop throwing it all away, man. You know what I'm saying? Your ancestors didn't work their ass off like that for you to like, don't even let people like that in. And if there's a problem within your family, you have to deal with somebody that knows how to deal with it, but outside of just attacking people in your family. There's a way that you have to deal with family members. You don't curse your family members. You understand me? You do not speak curses out of the Bible on your family, and you don't put witchcraft, black magic curses on your own family. There's a way of dealing with that without having to go there, because guess what? You curse somebody in your family, you cursing everybody. Okay? Quit getting, hey, you got to keep a level head. You got to think. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm going to get off of here. I will see y'all later. I'm not going to be cammed up for my readings either. I'm going to be looking too damn cute. This hair is too sultry looking. I'm going to be looking too damn cute, and ain't nobody going to see me like this but my man. I ain't about to cam up. No, 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 no. Not doing it. Not doing it. Okay. So I'm going to be behind the camera, and it'll probably be a while before I cam up or whatever, because I already know. I already know. And it's not that I can't deal with the energy. Like, it's just energy. Like, okay. But, you know what I'm saying? I didn't mean come in the chat to let. Oh, okay. What you mean, Stefan? Sometimes you don't be completing your thoughts in the chat. I'm like, huh? So I ain't about to be sitting up here all cammed up and stuff, looking all adorable and stuff, and people getting jealous of me. I get tired of that, man. I just want to deal with the silent, holy nights of Yule. That's all I want to deal with. This is a time of purification and peace and healing and rest and restoration, just like when bears go in and hibernate for the winter. That's what we supposed to do. Ain't nobody supposed to be doing all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let them people for the streets do all this stuff. They the one want that street life. Let people that want that street life live that life, or be in that energy. Nobody got time for that. And no, it does not mean that you want to be for the streets just because you listen to rap music. Oh, that person listens to rap music. They want to go to war. No, it's just a rap song, hon. I was listening to A Shoe. I'd be glad when what was it? Is that song? No, that song is called Closed Casket. Does that mean that I'm ready to go out there and bust guns? No, I don't even own a gun. Don't even need one. You hear what I'm saying? You eating spaghetti and meatballs. Oh, Stefan. You so silly. Stefan, I saw this dip that Jordan made on his channel, and I saved the link. I think I'm gonna try to make that today. It's like cream cheese, mozzarella cheese. No, it's cream. Okay, so it's cream cheese, and then I think he used I think it's marinara sauce, mozzarella cheese, and pepperonis, and then you bake it, and you take like this garlicky, buttery garlic bread, and you dip it, and it looks so good. I gotta make that because I'm making my gains and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've been bodybuilding. That's pretty much what I've been needing is to body build my body back up. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to come on here and be naked on camera, proving something or whatever. But I've been up and on the carbs because you need carbs in order to feed your muscles and stuff. I need to go watch my boys, the Hodge twins, because they have a lot of good advice as far as like bodybuilding. So, I've been getting my carbs in and everything. And you know all you got to do to keep your blood pressure down is to stay away from stress. Blood pressure be normal as hell. You just stay away from stressful situations. That's all you got to do without it arguing. It's weird. Well, let me get up out of here. I know they gonna like, hey, we gotta flag her, flag her. Remember when I made the statement that stress is causing disease, negativity is causing disease? I said that back in 2018 is when I said that. And a few years later, a bunch of doctors came out and said it too. These are medical doctors that are trained professionals. They said the same thing. And what do you have a lot of people out here doing? Being toxic, trying to stress people out, doing stuff that they think is going to give you a heart attack or a stroke. No, I'm sorry. I got my mind on fleek, babes. Yeah, no. No, no. Because I done been through so much shit, especially the past couple of years, that don't nothing surprise me. Nothing. And you got to think about it in this world. If you like, who'd have thought me? I'm literally like one of the most peaceful people. When a lot of these people came across me, I was literally pregnant with my son, just minding my own business. Why would I ever get death threats? Why would I get death threats? Why would I get death threats ever? Don't matter. I'm going to the darkness. Let me go to my most deepest, darkest spirits to help me, because clearly if you are getting death threats and you ain't never did nothing to nobody in your damn life to deserve that, please believe that it is a sign that you have to speak to the underworld. They have to help you, because that's just crazy. And then they'll sit up there and say, "Oh, well, be a good person," and what do? They go and they cry at funerals and stuff whenever somebody dead. And, oh, it's so sad and da 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 da. But they knew it was a problem prior to stuff like that happening. That's why I said I ain't about to sit up here and lose my life to evil people while trying to be good. I guess that's good. Be a good girl and die? No, no. I'm gonna get my spirits to touch your motherfucking ass up. And you can't make no bones about that shit. I wouldn't even. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, I can put in another braid. No, I ain't never did nothing to nobody. Never, you know what I'm saying? And literally became a target. People was bullying me or trying to bully me, acting a fool. It's like, oh, okay. And I definitely know for a fact that God would never do that to me, ever. It's just bad people, predatorial people, crazy people, or either dark entities. Some of these people, like I said, they're not human. Clock it. Clock it. Okay? And it ain't a damn thing wrong with being human. Not a damn thing. I like being human. I like the way being human feels. I love it. Okay, it's tantalizing. All right, y'all, I gotta go. To all my peeps out there, I love you, and I will talk to y'all later, okay? All right, y'all have sweet dreams. Bye. Bye, Stefan. Have a good night. Enjoy your spaghetti and meatballs. Bye. I could have